Everyone push themselves out of the way.
Eldove will look over at Khalil's shoulder and ready an acid ball if some plant monster comes through.
12 on medicine.
12 on medicine, okay. And you're making that check.
Guys, I think it's dead.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely dead. Khalil.
Yo.
Nobody else move. We're going to use the same initiative.
Okay.
Alright.
Looking... like covering your flank, looking the path that you walked in. The chill runs deeper and deeper into your body. I need to find a color that's pretty distinctive. And you realize after a moment you're looking at a human form standing there. But it's ghostly. It doesn't have any physical element to it. And then in a panic, you're looking around and you see there are more of these creatures emerging from the tree line near where the skeletons came from.
They're babies.
You don't know that.
Look at how tiny they are.
Hey.
One of them rises up from the ground beneath this wild boar right next to Tarin. So we're going to use the same initiative just because that makes it easy on me. I'm going to roll new monster initiative.
It's purple. It must be the boss.
My dog is barking.
Dog's going ham.
Yeah,
Put your feet up.
Axe.
Destil, how much is falling damage?
I don't honestly know. Off the top of my head, it's either D6 or
for 10 feet.
Okay, it's either D6 or D10. I knew that much.
Crap. All right.
So, Arik, you're not acting this round because you were using a medicine check to check the boar. What did you get on that medicine roll?
12.
12. Okay, you know it's dead.
Yep.
Time well spent.
You guys.
And you would need to be on this square to be checking the boar. The boar is taking up these two squares here. All right. And Orphan, you're standing back behind in the tree line?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm immune to poison. I'm just gonna run all through the woods.
A hatch opens.
This thing rises up out of the ground very suddenly, and it's a ghost of some kind. It's some form of undead, but you can't get a good look of its shape or its form. It seems to be using the dim light of this place. Well, not dim light. He's standing right next to Arik. So no, yeah, you would very brightly see the form of what may have one time been a soldier or a man-at-arms holding a polearm. And he lowers it down at you, Tarin, and he jabs forward. And this ethereal polearm goes into your chests. Make a con save. DC 14.
Made it.
You take 23 damage.
Okay. He takes 25 cold damage.
No, he doesn't. So, it jabs forward with his spear, and you feel that going into the cavity of your chest. You feel freezing cold as it connects. And you feel the spell, the Armor of Agathis, discharge off your body into the thing. But there doesn't seem to be any effect on it. Fortunately, you made your save. That's good. Zook. You can see where these ghostly creatures are emerging from the tree line all around the clearing.
Duke's gonna take a shot at this one that's standing right next to Khalil, because he can.
As you do.
As I do. I'm an opportunistic little... let's see, that'll hit for 24. That
Plus
hit.
you.
Right.
Eight plus... That's not gonna work.
Just write down a pile of damage.
Pile of damage. 10, 15, 24 plus 8 is 32 damage to this guy.
And you launch an arrow at the one that came up right in front of Khalil, the first one it saw. And Khalil, you see it explode as the gauze that makes up its spectral form. Just this arrow blasts into it, and it shoots apart in all directions, and the creature is gone.
Nice shot.
And Zook is actually going to move. He's over here to the entrance of the thing.
Okay.
Kind of getting away from the crowd of ghosts, hopefully a little bit.
Tarin.
I am going to cast Hex on the creature that just emerged from the ghost.
Okay. And what stat are you going to have?
Charisma.
Charisma?
Yep. And then if you can give me a second to arrange all the dice, I will be blasting it with 3 Eldritch Blasts.
What's his save on Hex?
It isn't a save, it's just a thing.
It's automatic? Okay. I haven't used Hex in so long.
And you have to live with it.
Me either. This is the first time since the second session.
Why use Hex when you have Wall of Fire? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, because this is actually going to be a ton of dice.
Oh, yeah. It will be.
This is get pooped on time.
And what kind of damage is your Eldritch Blast? Is that force damage?
The Eldritch Blast is force, that Hex adds Necrotic.
Necrotic, okay. Well, it won't take the necrotic damage. It's immune.
Being ghost.
Alright, so 1 misses, 1 hits an armor class of 1 crits,
Yeah.
and 1 hits an armor class of 18.
You're good. So,
The
yeah.
18 hits, okay.
The hit and the crit.
So these are irrelevant. On the 18, need to reroll this guy.
Yeah, just give me the total damage, but disregard the necrotic damage.
Sure. Uh, 16 force damage, and it's pushed 20 feet.
Okay. And you're pushing it away from you?
Yeah.
And you just see it disappear into the tree line right here.
That's really irritating. Stop that.
Arik, it does not get a turn because you're checking the boar. Eldove.
Oh, I don't get a turn?
Nope, you were medicing the boar. When the creatures emerged, you were surprised. Eldove.
I want to destroy undead.
I know you do.
Not until we all
I hear you.
Not until we all get a shot at him, though.
I'm going to Acid Blast these two.
These two? Okay.
So that's 2 deck saves.
I'll be right back, Tim.
And they both fail. So what's the damage on the acid blast?
11 acid.
Okay. And you see the acid blast connects, but it doesn't look to be very effective because they don't have a physical form. You see some of the gauze spindle off where the acid kind of goes through them, but the acid ball itself flies through them and harmlessly lands on the ground amongst the trees behind them. So you've done a little bit of damage, but it did not seem to be super effective.
Alright. Then I'm going to hide behind my good friend Khalil.
Who's stepping here, who's standing here, and then we'll be moving here on his turn.
Okay, it's your turn right now.
Alright, then swap places with me.
That works. And sorting time on the dude man.
Very much
Set
so.
him down. Let's see, that is a 13. Probably not going to hit.
Oh, that hits.
Oh, well,
13
then rock
hits.
on. 8 damage for the first hit. Second hit is... another 13. It bounced off the 20. 2 plus 7 is 9, so that's 19 damage total.
19 damage total?
Yep.
And you step forward at this creature, and you lash out with your sword, and you give it 2 good strokes, and you are aiming for its center mass, and you're just cleaving away whatever material makes this creature up, and it evaporates into nothing.
Hey, for magical weapons.
These small fries seem to be fairly
Orphan,
weak.
are you staying there or are you moving?
Staying right here.
Okay, Orphan. You cannot see this guy. Last you saw of him, he was pushed back into the tree line.
Oh, sorry. Let's see. Yeah, I was going to use Fangs of the Fire Snake on him because he was like right in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, that's
But
not
now
a good
I can't
idea
do-
anymore.
Now I can't do that.
No.
Thanks, Tarin.
Tarin, stop pushing dudes.
Sorry.
Nah, it's fine.
Can I see this one from where I am?
Oh yeah. I wouldn't
Okay.
fire snake him, but yeah, you can see him.
Right. Because I don't think I can see any of those from my vantage point here. So I'll run up and hit that guy.
Okay. Roll all your dice. I know you have a lot of them.
Not so many because haste wore off.
Oh, that's true.
So here's the first couple. That's it's a 14 and a
Both hit.
23. Okay. So
Let's be
grab my-
real. Half of a million dice is still 500,000.
That's true.
So is their AC like garbage or?
It's just a picture of a dumpster.
So 13 damage.
13?
Yeah. And my fists are magical.
Oh yeah, and I mean, you're feeling like this thing is just a spectral creature. It doesn't have a physical form, but you feel your fists impact something when you punch into it. They don't just go straight through it, which I think is what happened last time you fought these kinds of monsters.
Right.
But this time you feel your fists
Banshee.
impact them just like you were punching skin and muscle, and you get 2 very solid blows in on it.
Is it off? Is it gone?
Nope.
All right, one more then.
So your flurry of blows?
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is going to be an extra 7.
7. And so you throw a third good hit in there, and it's it seems less real to you than it was a moment ago. It seems like it's starting to fade out a little bit from your vision.
All right. That's my turn.
Okay.
Orphan Ghost Puncher.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da.
Ghost Puncher!
She sings a song.
Oh, I'm sorry. This guy doesn't get to move. He's on a different initiative. I'm an idiot. Let's do Tarin first.
You are a butt-tard.
'Cause I don't like Tarin anymore.
Ow.
$19 will hit you, right, Tarin?
Yeah.
So that is 10 necrotic damage. And throw a Constitution save, DC 10.
It's 25 cold damage, not that it matters.
Well, this one it will. That'll hit. So it's 25, you said?
I made the con save.
And again, the cold, you feel it discharge it away from you and into this creature. And it still doesn't seem to have much of an effect on it, but you see some of the parts of its gauze free solid and then fade away. That was not the one that Orphan hit. So yeah, it was effective, but it was not very effective. In other words, Arik, you have an AC, right?
Yes, I do.
Probably higher than 14, though.
It is indeed.
Khalil, I imagine yours is higher than 5.
Well, I don't know. You rusted my armor pretty bad, but yeah, it's higher than 5.
So those are both misses, and Orphan, that'll hit.
Mine's back down to 16. Yeah.
12 necrotic damage,
Okay.
and a Constitution
these-
save, DC 10.
Okay. I don't think I passed this one. No.
Okay, so that 10 damage you took, reduce your max HP by 10.
Ooh.
Ouch.
Keep keep track of that, because that'll be restored on a long rest. It's not
Yeah.
going to require magical healing, but your max AC goes down by 10.
Oh, my max AC.
No, I'm sorry, HP.
Okay.
I'm done. I'm getting my terms mixed up.
Okay.
No, that would really suck.
Yeah,
Suddenly, like
yeah, fuck your
scorpions
AC
and
by
shit are
10.
killing you. No, your max hit points goes down by 10. That damage comes off your max, not off your current.
Okay.
I have
So
to let
do
my
I still
dog in.
take-
My dog's going ham.
Do I still take the 10 damage?
Oh yeah, you take the damage and reduce your max hit points. I'll be right back, guys. I gotta let my dog inside.
Okay.
Just got wound damage.
Yep, 13-2 style.
He's not letting me destroy undead.
Sucks.
He's so angry. Listen to him.
I was just telling Austin. He was asking how I can hit Ghost, and I said I know Kung Bu.
Jesus
God.
Christ.
And I told him he had to go directly to jail.
That's an appropriate response, yes.
No.
All right, I'm sorry about that, guys, but Edgar was being a bastard.
Oh my god, that was a terrible joke.
Tarin.
Yeah.
Ooh, that might hit. Your AC 17, right? You don't have...
Yeah, because of the armor.
The armor just... I mean, that's what gives you the 17?
I would be at 19 normally.
You'd be at 19. Okay, so that's a miss. So, the soldier with the spear reincorporates through the tree line. And you feel it move... You, Arik, as well. You feel it move through the two of you, and it's very cold when this thing passes through you. It goes through you and spins around with the spear and jabs at you, but it doesn't get you with it.
Spear.
So, that brings us to Zook.
Arrow.
Where are we firing an arrow at?
That guy.
This guy?
The one that Khalil's engaged in melee with.
That's fine.
Yep.
McDohl, you know you wouldn't knock your guy over so much if you didn't insist on picking him up every 3 seconds. Notice how nobody else around the table knocks their token over as much as you do.
He's got to be facing the right way.
Alright, well next week I'm going to give you a black pawn that is always facing the right way.
No.
Because it's totally symmetrical.
I'm
Zook,
sad.
roll.
I'm rolling. I'm in the midst of rolling.
Oh, well, I know. That'll probably do it.
Does it curse explode? I already hit it for 10 damage plus all this.
Then yeah, it curse splits.
Okay. Oops, I moved a dude.
A pile of d6s.
I didn't mean to roll that.
Can we not roll into the combat?
I really wasn't trying to. It went further than I expected.
So yeah, you
everything else is nailed down.
It's gone.
With the rest of my action, I ask because I noticed Eldove. God, that's his name. I ask him just real quick because I have this +1 rapier sitting in my bag, and I just go, "Can you handle a rapier?"
Not well.
Oh. So you wouldn't want to borrow my rapier to stab ghosts with?
No.
Okay, just checking. I don't know why that occurred to me in the middle of all this.
Tarin.
This is the green die. Oh, hell. The green die. This is the purple die. This is the navy die.
So
you Eldritch Blast.
That's a ranged attack. They've all got... Well, this one's got concealment from you.
Right.
This one... No, the other two are fine.
Concealment's 2, right?
Yeah.
So on the concealment one, I hit 21 or 31 after the 21. 21 after concealment. On the navy die, I hit 19, and the other one I hit 16.
Yeah, those all hit.
Okay. This one takes 11 force damage and is pushed 10 feet.
Okay, so you're pushing it back.
Yeah. Towards the other group.
Towards this way.
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, yeah.
Go ahead and put him where you want. Okay.
Let's see. This one, the navy die was the middle one. He takes 8 force damage and he's pushed back.
Okay.
And I'm not pushing the last one, and he takes 11 force damage.
Okay. So you launch
and
off.
This guy attacked me, right?
Which one?
This pink one attacked me, so I can't move out of this.
I mean, you can if you want.
I don't want to get
He
stabbed.
gets to jab you.
That's the end of Tarin's turn.
And remember, his threat range is 10 feet, not 5. So yeah, these Eldritch Blasts come zipping out into the tree line, and they find their marks. And Orphan, you suddenly have like a bunch of these dudes right on you. Arik.
As an action, you present your holy symbol and speak a prayer censuring the undead. Each undead that can see or hear you within 30 feet of you must make a wisdom saving throw. The creature fails its saving throw. It is turned for 1 minute or until it takes any damage. Starting at 5th level, when an undead fails its saving throw against your turn undead feature, the creature is instantly destroyed if its challenge rating is at or below a certain threshold.
He is so mad he had to wait through all this
8th
bullshit
level
to do this.
destroys undead of challenge rating 1 or lower.
So with it's usually your spell save DC, right?
It says nothing about spell save.
It says wisdom save,
to make
right?
a wisdom save. What's the DC? It would be your spell saving throw, right? Off your wisdom.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say yes because that makes the most sense. If it's okay.
15.
Yo!
And you say the prayer of Osprum, and the smell of nauseating rot in the air is taken over instead by the smell of salt, like the smell of a summer storm.
That seems appropriate.
And the three monsters that were standing next to Orphan, the material that makes up their spectral form flies apart, as though whatever was holding it together, whatever force was keeping it here, suddenly dissipated, and they vanish from view. But this one seems unaffected. Eldove.
Alright, Eldove is going to take a turn.
Is he now?
Yeah.
Salt.
He's going to... Actually, he might not take a turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, you can get there.
Yeah, I can get there, but there's not much I can do.
Oh, you can't acid splash?
I can, but it's not going to do anything.
Oh.
Well, it did
I'll try
damage.
it.
It didn't do full damage. And you have the option of splashing Tarin from here.
Eldove just wanders over there to sulk.
Go ahead.
He needs to make
dex
a
save?
dex save, and he passes. So you throw the acid splash out, but the soldier ducks out of the way of it, and it goes wide and hits the trees behind him.
Eldove knew it wasn't worth it.
Khalil.
That just makes 30 feet right there.
Okay. And you're laying
Going to-
down in the poison, so make a con save.
Yep.
Okay.
Again, Mr. Game & Watch's crazy ass hitboxes.
Yeah, and Marth has to be facing the right way.
Yep. Oh, it's lol physics. It is like just it is balanced on that between that 20 and that 8.
Yeah,
I thought it
kind
was
of
a 20 for a second.
That looks like a 20 until you get right up on it.
When you alt it, it's a 20. So
It's a
Okay.
20. Okay, then.
when you alt it, it comes up 20.
Fair enough.
See, 2, 9 plus 8 is 17 damage. Second attack.
Okay.
It's 20. 20 hits, yes.
Hits AC 20, yeah, that hits.
Yeah. Let's see, another 10 damage on top of that. So 27 damage all told.
All told?
Yep.
And I mean, you cleave into this thing, and it goes to parry with its spear. So your first swing comes down when it goes to parry with its spear, but your sword cleaves straight through it, and the material that makes up its body is the same material that makes up this spear, and the head of it snaps off, spindles away into nothing. And then you go in with the opening that he's made, cleave into the side of it where his ribcage would be, and your sword passes all the way through the creature, and the whole thing blinks out of existence for a moment, and then reforms with its intact spear. But when it does so, it looks very faded out. It looks like whereas before it looked like a man made out of fog, now it looks like the fog is dissipating. Your sword hits were very effective. That was money well spent enchanting that.
Free action to salute.
Okay. Orphan.
Orphan crashes through the underbrush.
Orphan smash.
Meet me.
Hashtag YOLO.
Orphan at this point is covered in these rashes and blisters, but they're just not affecting her.
Nobody hug Orphan.
Looks like I think just one hit, unless this 13 will hit.
13 hits.
Oh, okay, so 2 dice then.
Yeah.
Alright, doing 7 plus 15 damage.
15? Oops, wrong window. HP is in this window, Brick Road.
One of your 27 notepad files.
And again, you just feel your fists hitting the solid mass of this ethereal creature with your blows. And its gauze continues to spindle away. But it's definitely hardier than the other 6 that were just destroyed. So yeah, that's fun.
Okay, that's it.
Orphan. Let's have a Constitution save, DC 14.
Okay.
Have a disease off.
I'll pass. I pass.
Are you also immune to ghosts?
Not yet.
You passed?
This is the first one she's fought in a while. Yeah, I passed.
21 necrotic damage.
21, you said?
Yes. As this thing lunges out with its spear right into your neck, and you feel something very cold. You feel like the muscles in that area where it's connected start to lose their tangibility. They start to decay. But you don't lose any max hit points. So you're, bright side, right?
That's 10 level ups worth of HP for Orphan.
Right. Zoobadoo.
Zook, yeah.
Zixies?
Zixies, yeah. Zook sees that the party is apparently happening over here, so he runs up here.
Okay.
And he's not in the forest. He's in this little bit of gray.
I feel you. I feel you.
And he says, "Y'all might want to duck."
I mean, yeah, you do have a clear shot from here.
And that is 29 to hit.
Oh yeah.
Plus.
Roll that pile.
Oh, I love my pile.
66.
Take this over here.
Probably a good idea.
See, I like to see a lot of Z6s rolled.
Oh, let's see. 10, 22, 29 total.
And Zook's arrow comes flying through and puts an end to the creature.
Yeah!
Just like before. The arrow passes through its body, but as it does, it forms a hole, and the hole just completely explodes outwards, sends the spectral gauze in all directions. And you hear a sigh of relief as the thing fades from existence for the last time. And congratulations, Eldove is standing in boar guts. Just stomping around in it. His boots are just horrible right now.
Wait, are we out of initiative order?
Oh yeah, that's it.
I cast prestidigitation to clean my boots.
And they immediately get gutsy again because you're still standing in them.
I keep casting it every 6 seconds.
Okay, that's fine. And the skeletons are still present, the boar is still present, and again, very still and silent.
I suggest we don't linger before we get attacked by skeleton somethings too.
I'm actually want to try pulling apart that boar.
Oh my god.
I'll tell you what, you get out that boar.
And it's disgusting as you're pulling it apart.
Alright, so I don't find anything interesting inside the boar.
I'll
so
go ahead and skim the remains with Detect Magic.
No,
you don't find a fucking ring inside the boar.
Look, it could happen.
This isn't World of Warcraft.
You'd all be upset if I hadn't tried.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
You guys are heading south?
Yeah.
Again, looking at the shield through as a reflection.
Okay.
I cast guidance into it.
Do you guys want to heal before we keep going? Is anyone really badly hurt?
I could use a heal.
Did you take the resistance on that stab? Oh, it was necrotic.
It was necrotic.
It was really bad.
It was not one of the types. So I'm down to 15 right now.
Oh yeah, somebody heal him. I don't need it, so doesn't need to AOE on my account.
No reason to AOE on Khalil either.
Tarin's in pretty good shape.
And you come down, the path starts to bend away.
I could use an AOE, but I don't need it.
Or I mean, we could step out of the place, take an hour, and you spend healing surges or whatever.
It's alright. I got this.
And this is what you see, Tarin.
Okay.
The path continues to curve around back to the east.
2d8s rolling in the air.
Prayer of healing.
Okay.
Everybody will get. Let's see.
Khalil's at max.
18. 18.
Nice.
Okay, cool.
Khalil needed 3.
Alright, now I'm good.
I'm gonna recast Armor of Agathis before going, and then I will go in.
And
I
I've
was
also
27 down, so now I'm only a couple.
Go where?
I'm now close to max.
I've cast guidance on Tarin, which means it gets the D4. Because it's a cantrip.
Wait.
And this is what you see.
Continue on.
Okay.
Do I need to reroll stealth if I'm trying to creep
Stop.
up the rear?
Should the rest of us get into party order?
Yeah, but be on the square you want to be on.
No. My square.
Right at the part...
Arrow.
Probably where Orphan is standing, so you probably don't want to be all that far up. Actually, more like where Khalil is standing.
Oh, so now you decide to get behind Khalil. Thanks a lot, Nick.
The soil gets softer as you continue around the corner.
I thought something was happening. Okay.
Something is happening here. Until dark mud is sucking at your boots with every step. And eventually, even the mud gives way to a swamp. And pressing on any further would mean wading into this murky, just opaque, thick, black, and viscous water.
Yeah, you didn't do this with Orphan intended.
Which means that Tarin is standing in the water, which is gross. At the far edge, though, of this swamp, which continues around the corner, and it laps up against the tree line here, what looks like a huge stone greatsword is wedged into the trunk of an old dead tree up at the dead end over here.
Orphan, does the tree line look a little sturdier?
Oh, Orphan can walk on water.
I can walk on water, yeah, it doesn't matter to me.
I'll continue until I'm no deeper than waist deep. How far do I go?
1 square from where you were.
Oh.
I'll guard you guys' backs, and I can tell it, like, if necessary, I can telekinesis you out, but I'm not gonna follow you.
Tarin, with every step...
You can cast flying.
With every step, I mean, you feel yourself sinking deeper and deeper as you move forward. Like, it's very difficult to pull your feet up out of the muck as you step.
Are there any solid-looking patches up ahead?
No.
Or is it just bog? Okay.
I mean, unless you're going to go into the tree line where there's still solid ground.
I'll consider doing that.
I mean,
because I can go across, but I have to. If I end my movement somewhere, then I'll start sinking.
Okay.
Can we cast fly?
Right now, we're going to go on Orphan's turn, and we're going to go on initiative order from here. So because everybody's kind of talking at once. So Orphan, take your movement wherever you want to be. Whatever you want to do.
I'll go right over here.
Okay.
And end my movement on solid ground in the tree line.
Okay. And so you're standing here, and from here you can see, looking down, where the muck of this water is lapping up against the roots of these trees. The roots are kind of forming like a barrier around this swamp at this edge. What about Zook?
Well, Zook's just sort of bringing up the rear still, trying to stay stealthy.
You see this little tiny path here as well, since you're standing right there. Tarin.
Can you tab exactly where that sword is?
I will do better than tab.
Can I get pen tool?
Sure. There you go.
Alright, so I'll move back to where I can see it from there, right? I've got... Actually, okay, I'll stay where I am. From here, I am going to cast Arcane Gate.
Okay.
I'm going to create a 10-foot shimmering portal here, linked to a 10-foot shimmering portal here.
Okay.
Huh.
And then I'll walk over here and look through the gate.
And you look through the gate. I mean, the gate is situated behind the tree line, but you have a view very similar to what Orphan does. Looking down, you see where the roots of the trees form like a solid barrier encasing this muck. And then right in front of you, you see where this greatsword is sticking out of the tree, and this looks to be like made of stone.
Orphan waves at Tarin through the gate.
Khalil will look at this like, this hole in reality, and then just look at Tarin like, what the fuck?
Why is this
Eldove
surprising
thinks
for
this
you
is
at all?
fine. Eldove thinks this is perfectly normal.
Arik.
I am content where I am.
Okay. Eldove.
I'm good.
I'll look at Orphan to my right, and then I'll look to Orphan in front of me.
And that happens.
Actually,
Your turn's over.
She
Orphan.
waves again.
Orphan waves on her turn.
No, well, let's see. I'm gonna go up closer to the thing.
Okay.
To the sword. And I'll ask, and I ask through the gate, do you think we should touch it?
Maybe we should try tying a rope and pulling it through the gate.
I don't have the tough trap.
take it.
Yeah.
Alright, well if you throw the rope through, I can catch it on this end.
Okay. I gotta wait for my initiative.
Where Tarin's standing, he could reach through and grab the sword's hilt.
My hands won't be in the brush doing that?
No, because the square that the sword
So
pokes out into has gray on it, so
okay.
it's
well,
fine.
then I'll reach in and try and pull it free.
So that's what happens next. Zook, you're not going to try to stop him from this tomfoolery?
Zook is gonna... Zook can't really see from here, but he's probably... Because I'm sure they're talking over... We're still talking over Mind Link, right?
Oh yeah, we are.
Okay.
Yeah, an hour has not elapsed
So
yet.
Zook will throw in a... Are you sure that's a good idea? You don't want a mage hand or rope or anything, that thing?
I mean, I guess we could use a rope if you want.
Okay, so who's offering him the rope?
I've got a rope.
Okay, so what do you do?
I'll hand the rope through the portal to Orphan to tie onto the sword.
Okay.
Alright, I'll do that. I'll tie it on. Be
Easy
careful
enough.
not to touch it.
And that happens. Now there's a rope attached to the sword.
Do you want to help
Through
me?
Arcane Gate.
You want to help me pull here, Khalil?
Yeah.
Is that athletics or
How much
strength?
Now, how much slack did you give the rope?
Probably not that much.
Okay. Here's the problem. The sword is poking out into this square in this direction. Like this. See?
Oh, okay.
So
we got kind
you're
of a
actually
bad
having
angle on
facing
it.
the wrong angle to pull it from where you're standing.
If you throw the rope through to me, I can probably pull it in the right direction.
You could, but you'd have to grab it and then pull it out over the water to pull it out of the tree. If you pull it laterally into the woods, you'd be torquing it, I guess would be the word.
So what I'm hearing is I should have put the portal over the water instead of in the bushes.
That would have.
reposition
If this was your plan, yes. If you, I don't think you
Yeah,
can
how-
reposition it.
How long's the rope?
I can rotate it. I don't know that I can reposition it, but let me look. It lasts for 10 minutes.
How long is the rope?
Oh, the rope's 20 feet.
Oh well, yeah. If you throw it to me, I can go over here. I can just,
Just
pull it-
walk
pull it
around
from-
with
and
it,
pull it
yeah.
from here.
Okay.
Do it!
Yeah, throw me the rope.
Okay. I throw you a rope.
All right, and I come over here and I start yanking on it.
Okay.
So this should be about a clear line from here.
As long as you are, well, yeah, that's probably okay. So stop right there.
Yeah, I'm standing on the roots-ish type of thing.
I hear you. I hear you. What's your AC?
16.
16.
Yeah.
Do you still have your defense up? It hasn't been an hour yet, right? That lasts an hour?
Yeah. That lasts an hour. I don't think it's been an hour.
It is not.
Yeah, I can only rotate it. I can't move it.
I can cast telekinesis, but no one asked.
Orphan.
I was told to shut up when it was.
Orphan.
Yeah.
You take
Yeah.
10 bludgeoning damage
Okay.
and 15 acid damage.
Wow. Okay.
You don't have you don't have a resistance to acid, right?
I do not have resistance to acid.
Okay.
I have resistance to fire.
I already have the bludgeoning for you, but you take the full 15 from the acid. As you
Yeah.
start to pull on this rope, to pull the sword out of the tree, will look like tentacles or tiny arms with fists reach up out of the muck and start banging on you from where you're standing along the edge of the tree line. And they hurt a lot, and they burn your skin where they connect.
Ow.
Ow. You guys hear... I don't know if you can see her from there, but you can hear her scream.
And I mean, they can see you because they're looking through the arcane gate.
Oh, that's right.
So all of you can see this happening. She goes.
I'll rotate it around to give you a better view for getting beaten on my turn.
So now it's Zook's turn. Zook?
No, hold on. Hold your butt.
I'm going to draw the boundary of the swamp. This square here and this square here, you can wade in waist deep. Further than that, you're unsure because Tarin hasn't been further than that.
Where is this thing that is beating on her? Is it right where the 13 is?
You can't see it.
Well, I could hear her getting pummeled right now.
So yeah, you hear her getting pummeled, but you have no idea where.
Right, I'm going to come around the corner.
Okay,
So,
stand
okay.
where?
Well,
Yes. Standing there, you
for
can see
now,
through the
it's-
gate.
Okay. Where is this thing that is pummeling her?
By the time you get there, you don't see anything pummeling her. She's holding a rope and looking down at the water, very concerned.
Okay, I'm gonna through looking in this direction. Sorry, I'm trying to get my portal sense on here. Looking. Oh God, why does that move people?
You have to think with portals right now.
So looking in this direction, I can see this way.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna stand here, and I'm gonna ready my portal gun. So if I see anything pop up, I'm gonna arrow it, and I'm going to suggest we leave this area because why the fuck do we need a stone sword? What are we doing here?
So Tarin, you're still standing here, yes?
Yeah.
Before you
Yeah,
have knocked
sorry, I
over.
knocked
Tarin, your
over.
action.
It's
Bonus action to rotate the portal to get a better view.
Okay. I'm just going to say that you have a good view of whatever you want to see from that particular vantage point. I mean, you're fine right there.
Sure. And then I will throw some Eldritch Blasts into the water.
Why are we
Okay.
taking pot shots?
I don't know what I should roll if I'm going to actually find something, so I'll just roll some dice. You can tell me if it hits anything.
Okay.
I'm going to shoot the area in the water where I saw
Well,
the
I'll tell you
fish
what.
come out.
Make your rolls, your to-hit rolls,
Yep.
make them all at disadvantage.
Okay.
Because to you, it just looks like the blackish water.
11 and becomes an 11. 12 and becomes
5.
So 15 and 21.
So that was 2 hits. You got a 21 with disadvantage?
Yeah, I got an 11, and then it became a 13, which was still an 11.
Okay. Yeah, you can roll damage on both of those.
Oh, there was 2 15s. I rolled 2 5s. So this plus 15,
Why'd you roll a D8 for one of those?
because these dice are hard to see once you get them all the right color, sorry.
I made all the dice their own color for this exact reason.
But if I wanna
None of
roll
you
my attacks at
appreciate
the
what I
same
do for
time,
you.
I appreciate it.
So what was the damage on the first Eldritch
That's,
Blast?
total. So all 3, do you want the total, or do you
I
want
want them
each?
individually.
Okay, that's why so the first one does 15 force damage.
Okay.
The second one does 9 force damage.
Okay.
Third does 8, and they all push it over towards my waiting sword.
And the last one
It
did
was-
8.
Yep, because if it's something here, then it's going to get pushed to here.
And you do feel something push. Like, the sensation of energy that you feel when your Eldritch Blast pushes a creature does happen, and the water all around Orphan's feet splashes around quite a lot. And
I'm
it
gonna point to
splashes
this-
up on you as well.
I'm going to point it to this area and say, it should be somewhere around there. I just blasted it back. Forward. Whatever.
Up on your
Spatial
chest, you feel the
references-
splash of the water, but you don't actually see any creatures or any living things in the water having been moved.
Relative spatial references have no value.
Arik.
bitches don't know about my control water.
Bitches don't know about my what?
My control water.
What are we doing with control water? This should be fun.
Alright. I'm going to cast control water.
Okay.
I'm going to... well, let me... until the spell ends, you control any freestanding water inside an area you choose on an up, That is a cube of up to 100 feet on a side. And you can choose anything. Effects, cast the spell. I am going to redirect part water.
Well, here, I'll give you drawing so you can actually draw out the cube that you want to move. Use that pencil tool and draw your cube. I mean, 100 feet on the side, you could probably get the entire contents of the swamp.
What's this right here?
This is where the water is waist deep.
That's passable mud, yeah.
Okay.
But beyond this might be too dangerous. So, I mean, it's way less than 100 feet on the side. So what are you doing with this water? What happens to it?
You cause the water to move apart and create a trench. The trench extends across the spell's area, and the separated water forms a wall to either side.
So what happens is the water actually forms up all along the tree line here as you split it.
Yeah.
So you're looking now at a groove that goes down into the earth. That where Tarin is standing would be about waist deep.
Mm-hmm.
And then goes very sharply deeper from there. So if he were to walk forward a couple more squares, it would be over his head. So did you just hold the water there?
Yeah. No muck monsters?
Oh, you see muck monsters, but what happens with this water? Does that require concentration for you to hold?
I believe so.
Hey, sorry.
10 minutes of concentration.
Yep, up to 10 minutes.
Okay.
And then I can change what I can do with it too. Like I can change it. Actually, you can repeat the same effect or choose a different.
Can we get a water slide?
Like
a water slide.
Water slide.
I can make a whirlpool.
No, you can't.
I don't think any of that sounds useful.
You can't make the whirlpool.
Yeah,
I want a whirlpool when we get back to the hot springs.
Oh,
This
I need to take these off.
requires a body of water, at least 50 feet square and 25 feet deep. I can always redirect the flow.
What are you guys doing with their hot spring? Come on, be respectful.
Can you make it bubble?
No, I cannot boil the water.
No, not boil, bubble.
You can, however, make water slides.
So
that
he imparts
go
the water,
along
and looking
walls
down
of
into
a
this
room.
trench, you see these 4 odd-looking, amorphous, just black, featureless creatures. Each one just looks like a blot of very, very dark blood.
Ooh, shoot. Ah, damn, that sucks. 12. Does that hit?
That does.
Awesome. I didn't think they had very good AC.
Which one do you hit?
The one close to Nich. Because it's the closest one from my vantage point. No?
You don't have line of sight to it.
I'm
It's got full
shooting
cover.
through the portal. Remember? You
the
said
portal?
I could see through the portal.
Oh yeah, there's a
I
portal
was
there.
looking through the portal.
Yeah,
That was,
you can
that
hit
was,
it. You're fine.
All right. So
Burkroad's not thinking with portals now.
So we're gonna do a water slide.
Zook's turn, guys. Zook's turn.
all right.
At the bottom.
So that is 5 plus that's 11 plus a pile. 11 plus a pile. Uh, 10, 16, 17, 18, 19 plus 11 is 30. 30 damage.
30?
Yes.
Alright, you blast this thing with an arrow, and as far as you can tell, it just plunges deep into whatever this thing is made of and vanishes. Oh, hold on.
The arrow, it's a magical arrow.
I know. I'm aware.
Oh.
Tarin.
Let's go ahead and Eldritch Blast the 3 in front of me.
Okay. Roll it.
This is why he has 3 different colors.
The 2 nearest me are navy and green, and the third one is purple.
It looks like you didn't roll a navy d20.
Yeah.
And it was easier to just roll one than
I don't think there's any
for.
advantage whatsoever to rolling a giant handful of dice. You guys have not proven to me that is any more efficient or
29
practical.
For 6 force damage on the one immediately in front of me.
Okay. And the second one?
9 force damage on another 29, and then 10 force damage on a 16. I think 16 hits.
Okay, are you pushing them?
Yeah, I'm gonna push them down in the hole.
Okay, put them where you want them.
Please don't push them.
Put them all around Orphan.
You don't? Orphan, you're alright?
No,
Okay.
I don't want to be surrounded by block monsters.
Well, they'll be way down there, though. They're not water to float on anymore. How far down is that?
There's no water anywhere along the ground.
Right, so how far down is it if I push them back 10 feet?
Looks like... At the deepest side, it looks like it might be 20 feet deep.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Wow.
So you're not pushing them anywhere?
I thought it was deeper. I thought it was like 40 or 50 feet deep. Okay. Yeah, it's fine.
We're rolling attacks. We're going to roll attacks one at a time now. We're going to resolve attacks one at a time. Throwing the giant handful of dice is just confusing the issue and knocking things over, and it's not efficient. So we're going to roll attacks one at a time, resolve attacks one at a time. Arik.
Hello. Well, I'm maintaining the parted water, so I think I'm just going to leave it at that.
You're just going to maintain your concentration. Okay, Eldove.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm just gonna toss some acid. Why not?
Which one?
Why?
And that's a dex save?
That's 2 dex saves, yeah.
Is he splashing the other one?
And you splatter them both, and there is no apparent effects. Khalil.
Okay.
Khalil?
Oh yeah,
Khalil.
I took a whole bunch of acid damage on the
Hey,
hit.
Tarin, you want to switch places with me?
Sure.
Again, why are we killing these things?
Because they punched.
Why are we in
what's
this
his face?
forest? Like, if you want to start going that far.
This
we were-
sword,
Okay, guys,
the sword might be.
it's Khalil's turn. If it's not your turn, mouth shut. We have people that are leaving in like an hour, so let's get through this.
Let's see, that's 20.
Okay. And don't even roll the damage.
Okay.
You lunge forward with your long sword, and you cleave this thing right down the middle. And now, there are 2 monk monsters.
Oh, beautiful. Alright, so that's not going to work. Anyone else got any solutions?
Fail.
I've got one, but it involves my turn.
I will opt not to take my second action, my second extra attack.
Orphan.
Yeah. Orphan moves about right here, still in its threat range.
Oh, actually, I'm sorry, I missed something. Khalil. 2 acid damage that splashes up on you as you lash out with your sword.
Ow!
Now, Orphan, you can take your turn.
Okay, so I moved about right here.
Okay, now this thing is down in the trench, about 20 feet below you.
Yeah.
Actually, where you're standing, it's like very wet. 'Cause you're kind of standing inside the wall of water at this point.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you're fine. You can move freely there, or as freely as you could anyway. But you have to climb down or jump down into the trench to attack that monster.
I need to check to see if that's true. 1 second.
Well, she can walk on water, and she can climb walls. So she can climb the wall of water.
So yeah, the wall of water is really good for her.
So, I'm actually going to use the Fist of Crashing Waves.
Okay.
That's what I just spent the 2 key points on, and I can. That has a range of 30 feet.
Okay. Oh yeah, you got him within 30 feet. You're fine.
Yeah, so that's a strength save.
A strength save.
Yeah.
What's the DC? Oh, never mind. That misses.
14.
Yeah, he got an 8. So okay.
Okay, so then I do 3d10 bludgeoning damage. With some d10s.
They're all over the place.
Alright. So it's 13... 18?
18?
And he is pushed. 20 feet.
Okay, go ahead and move him where you want him.
I think I can only push him up against the wall of this now canyon.
Yeah. Okay, so he's kind of splattered up against the wall there.
Yeah. And then with the rest of my movement, I'm going to run through this portal. Can I? Is that a thing I can do with this portal?
Yeah, but there's like there's nowhere to stand over here unless you trade spaces with somebody. But you can run all the way through and stand back
I'm just going to run all the way through.
Cool, gotcha.
I'm not doing well, and I don't want to be part of this.
Okay.
Push them through the portal.
Looking at their movement here. Yeah, we're fine.
How high off the ground is that portal?
20 feet. This one back here is 20 feet. And the great sword still has the rope dangling down into the canyon. Khalil, you were standing in the wrong place, my man.
Yeah, I'm realizing this. This is a problem.
I need another D20, actually. I thought I had 3 D20s in this bag, but every time I go to reach for my third one, I can't find it.
This is a troublesome situation.
So your AC is 16, yes?
Yes, it is. And this is where Brickroad rolls all the nat 20s.
I rolled a nat 1, is that okay?
That's cool too. I'm cool with that.
Okay, miss, and miss, believe it or not.
Wow. Really?
Tarin.
I repose, derp.
You can? Do you?
No.
No?
No.
What? Why not? Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
The splitting thing.
Yeah. Yeah, we're in a Final Fantasy III dungeon here, so we got splits.
Yeah, Tarin.
Yep.
11, 12, 13, 14 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
The armor of Agathis discharges on this creature to no apparent effects. And you take acid damage on top of that. 23 acid damage. And your non-magical armor suffers a -1 penalty. So that destroys your shield, if I'm not mistaken.
If that's how you want to... Yeah, I mean, my
the shield only had a +2, and now it's a 0. So the shield, the acid of this monster's attacks, corrodes it completely. This one back here missed
I see that shit, and I'm like, okay, we got to get the fuck out of here.
And your armor is now at -2, yes?
Does that affect both the shield and the armor?
Yes, it does.
Then, yeah, I'd be at 15.
Okay. Just be glad you guys don't have non-magical weapons anymore. But yeah, these things crawl and snake up along the walls of the canyon and up into the tree line, and they're starting to form in around you. Zook.
Oh, I have to make some of that actually through the armor. Let's see here. How much did I actually take? I took 7, so I have to make a DC 10 concentration.
You took 7 from all that damage?
Plus the 25 when I recast armor. Portal's still there.
Alright, back. Oh.
That ate through my armor in one round.
Okay. Zook?
Zook says over the whatever link, anyone have any ideas? Because I'm thinking bail.
Eldove has an idea.
Okay.
Does it involve fire?
No.
Should I ready in action?
Should be. Well.
Okay.
I know Nich knows what these creatures are, and probably Destil.
Well, Zook doesn't know what these creatures are.
They're mudmen, right?
They're mudmen, yeah. What does Zook do? Run?
Well, Zook... I don't know what Zook can do that would be useful at this point. So Zook's just going to take a step backwards.
Okay.
And say, you guys, let me know what you want me to do. Otherwise, I'm just going to ready in action. If something attacks me, I'm going to attack it back.
If something attacks you, you're going to retaliate with your bow?
Well, if it's melee range, I'll use my rapier. If it's melee range,
you got to pick one or the other, bow or rapier. Got to state what you're attacking with. Okay, so you ready with your rapier. If something attacks you, you're going to hit it back.
If something gets a melee range, if something attacks me, I'll melee it with my rapier.
Tarin.
Let's go ahead and put 3. So, this one, I'll go ahead and hit it with an Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
First attack.
Yeah.
It's armor class 19 for 12 damage force.
Yeah, that definitely hits. And this thing, when you hit it, instead of pushing it back, you just blow it apart. And you see the black spatters of what looks like congealed blood slaps against all the walls and the floors of this canyon.
Well, and send the second bolt at that one then.
Okay.
Second bolt. It's an armor class of 15 for 7 force damage.
For 7?
Yep.
Okay, bear with me. 1 second. 1 second.
Yep.
Okay, and then the third one?
Third bolt. It's an armor class of 26 for 6 force damage.
And we're hitting the same one?
Yeah.
Okay. And so you launch your Eldritch Blast, and they snake all around Khalil. The one standing in front of Khalil explodes and splatters against all the walls. And then the one off to Khalil's right, you send the blast at it. And do you push it?
I'll push it 20 feet.
Back into the trees? Alright, so we can push it like back here?
Yep.
Okay.
As my non-action, I will drop my sword, so it's dismissed, and draw out my mace.
Okay. Is your mace magical?
Tarin's turn. No.
So
it's the mace I bought last session.
Gotcha. Well, yeah, that's right, because you said, hey, maybe having a bludgeoning weapon would be a good idea. Arik, your turn.
We've lost track of one of these blobby mud things.
Yes, he blasted with an Eldritch Blast, and it knocked it back behind the tree line. You cannot see where it is.
Do you have any Thunder Waves left?
Yeah, I do. But the problem is that it's unfocused, so it'll actually hit everyone. So
you could hit these two with it.
Yeah, it seems like you.
No,
can hit this.
It centers on me.
But it's adjacent to you.
It originates on you. It doesn't.
Yeah,
center.
it's a cube that you drop adjacent to your Benny.
Really?
Yeah. We've been over this a couple times.
I feel like we've used this spell a couple times.
Alright, well, fine. I'm gonna thunder wave some bitches then.
Okay, so these two here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you hold out your holy symbol. You expend the spell, and you hear the loud clack of thunder. Now, is it lightning damage, or is it thunder damage?
It is thunder damage.
It is thunder damage. So, and they have to make... Is it a hit, or do they make a save?
They make a save. A Constitution save. DC 15.
DC 13?
15.
15. Okay, they both pass. What happens? Half damage?
So the creature takes half damage and isn't pushed.
Okay, so you can go ahead and roll the damage, and we'll just chop it in half.
Alright. Chop it in half. I see what you did there.
Yuck, yuck, yuck.
7 half is 3. Or does it round up to 4?
It rounds down to 3. So each of them takes 3.
Oh, wait, no. Wait, plus 7. Sorry, I forgot 14. To add my attack bonus.
Ah.
So 14, so 7 damage.
Okay, so 7 damage to those two?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Now, you discharge the thunder wave, and it's not like a flash of lightning. It's thunder damage. My take on it in 5th edition, it's like sound damage, and
yeah.
It creates such a loud boom that, like, the structure holding these things together, like, it rattles, and you see the ripples on top of it. And both of them seemed to be affected.
Yay!
Eldove.
I affected.
I've had enough of this foolishness. Khalil, do you have anything to damage them with?
Not anymore. With my, all I really have is my sword, or I could back up and start bowing them, but I don't know how well that would work.
All right. Well, I'm gonna get Khalil out of there because he's having a bad day and he's not doing any good. I'm gonna spend a couple sorcery points, and I'm gonna target 2 things: Khalil and the sword.
Okay.
And I'm gonna use telekinesis.
Okay, sum it up for me. What happens?
I pull the sword out of the thing.
Okay, how much strength does that telekinesis exert?
It can pull up to 1,000 pounds.
Then yeah, we're good. You can very easily pull the sword out of the trunk of the tree with it.
So I pull the sword out, and I'd pull it through the thing.
You know, it doesn't come directly towards you. You can like pull it out and manipulate it, right?
Right. I can move it 30 feet every round.
So you can very easily pull that through the gate.
Yeah, and I pull it out, and I'm gonna move it over here.
Okay, so it's laying behind Orphan now.
I'm gonna pull Khalil over here.
Fuck!
And I'm gonna head the fuck out because there's nothing I can do over here. I'm gonna start examining this sword next turn.
And it's a huge greatsword. You're not sure if it was turned to stone or if it was made of stone originally. If it was made of stone originally, it's obviously an adornment for a statue or something. But it's very old. It's got cracks. It's broken. If it had any kind of ornamentation, you can't see it now. It looks very dull. Not something you could wield in combat.
Alright.
I'll rephrase that. Not something anybody can wield in combat, because Eldove wouldn't be caught dead holding a greatsword anyway.
Yeah.
Khalil.
I will look at Eldove and just be like, "Warn me next time."
Khalil, do you want to be put down?
Wow.
I don't have to. I mean, if you want to have shitty fly.
Orphan's turn.
Yeah.
Oh. What?
I'm sorry, no, Khalil's turn. But Khalil's
thanks, Brick Road.
What are you doing?
Yelling at Eldove. That's
what are you doing?
Important. Line of sight is no. Line of sight is no, no, no. Move here, switch to my bow.